Sensible. If you want to take it onto this, you want to take it on. Therefore, אני לא יכול אבל כאילו נגיד share it. Share, like to share the link. Yeah. Close that shell. למי? ל-third party שלנו. We're still gonna get flagged. Dude! Good flag! We're on the same pedal. Alright. Type in. It's honestly not even that bad if I have it right in front of my face. Look, to all of our subscribers, smash that subscribe button.
Listen, sneak into your mom's bedroom and go to your laptop. Open up like at least 9 fake accounts.
Oh, I mean like real. Do whatever you have to do to like, subscribe. Otherwise, this channel won't be around much
Listen,
longer.
I'm in debt.
$10,000. We got this puzzle plant right here.
The black market is after me, man. I was like, I owe some people some money.
It was in deep, man. How many subscribers?
Man. שני צופים. זה יכול להיות שזה אני, אבל לא בטוח. No, there's 2 beers. This. אנחנו רוצים לגלגל ג'וינט, ואז להתחיל. Suicide, my word.
We're live. Oh, we've been live for 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, would you look at that?
We're on. Mind working your magic with the ball?
Oh,
Yeah.
this bowl. Yeah.
This bowl.
Yeah, definitely gonna get flagged.
We're getting flagged in so many countries.
But
But
this thing
it's like I
is-
never got flagged before, so. AA. I hope this works.
testing.
AA. Oh.
A fist away, and I'm
Yeah,
many fists.
keep it a blowjob away.
One.
Yeah, it's a blowjob
two.
away.
Where's your cake if you got the blowjob?
It's I sit on a cake. Hey guys, we are here again. Oh wait, I need to shut this thing
I
down.
can have this thing longer. This is what I should.
Okay, I'm getting feedback that the broadcast is good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
We're clear. We actually have
One.
That's a real viewer.
That's a one real viewer. Why didn't you tell me my hair was a mess?
I thought that was.
Look at me. What the fuck is? Okay, I'm just gonna keep my hoodie. I'm gonna be gangster.
You were going hoodie
Okay.
the whole time.
So gangster.
Yeah, once we're growing, we're gonna get all the screens going
In my new apartment.
So it's gonna be designed by a top
You keep on. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah.
designer. I can just keep mumbling.
Yeah. Keep mumbling. This
Mumbo
is
jumbo.
no. This is some business. Let me see what he wants.
Testing.
What the fuck he wants?
Yeah. So next time, gotta have the checklist.
I think we also need maybe like an intro music,
That'd be good.
like a theme music.
I'm good with that. I have a.
I think we can maybe cut from the Suicide Boys. We can
Suicide.
Yeah. No, that's not good. That's not good. at all. Sorry, being dark today.
It could, like we could do for sure. I'm down to also, we could do a deep music dive and stuff like that. But intro wise, I was thinking about talking to my friends who are musicians, and we can just be like, "Yo, hit us with a few options of intros," and we sift through it.
Yeah, everything that is free and not gonna get us flagged.
This is what we're all
I'm
about.
down with the.
But,
Yeah, man.
So you were saying, looking forward to a studio. This is.
Yes, listen. I've been living here for. I'm thinking like 6 years now, and this place is rough. Like I try to see it in like the most beautiful way that you can.
Mhm.
It's like it's not a crack house; it's a crack home.
It's
So
got character.
it has memories in it,
Mm.
and there are so many stories from also living here, and also my studio was very was a street away.
Mm.
So I'm living here and working here for 5 or 6 years, and oh boy, does that take a toll of you. And there have been some beautiful afternoons that I finished early, being so happy to walk home, thinking no care in the world, thinking like, oh, I'm not gonna get in traffic jam, nothing. And then I see like these two junkies sitting down next to a puddle
Mm.
of a little bit of muddy water. I see them like cleaning something. And, from the perspective, I was like, what are they doing? That's weird. And I see, oh, they're washing the needles that they were about to use in a yeah. And I was like, that turned out ugly. Like that was a beautiful afternoon, and now this is, so I had to move away. That's like one story out of many. But
And this is even before you had transformed this room into your studio.
oh yeah,
This is while living. This is in the same place.
yeah, but I was tattooing also, very close, so it's not such a big deal. It's just I was like living. Oh, sorry, I said sorry to the. Very sorry. Yes. So, and there are many stories like this, and it's a how do you say שזה מתאסף? Like get one more and cumulate.
yes, it's a
Do you know English?
yeah. I'm
Can you
a compilation,
not compilation
compiling.
when it's
When it's like
compiled?
rocks, it's a conglomerate.
Okay, never mind.
I know.
When-
Sorry, too heady. Okay.
Thought you knew your shit. Okay, so when things add up,
Okay.
it's like I had enough, and I had the opportunity to move closer to my parents. You can put that on the table. Thank you. That was weird. Okay. Yeah.
I just try not to hit things. Yeah, yeah. Around the back. Yo te toco. You always got to keep them guessing. What I always say.
Yeah. So they won't know like where it comes from.
Exactly.
So, and my parents, they live in the better part of the city.
Mm.
So I'm moving closer. So then maybe, we will be able to, we'll have a better place to do the podcast. But it's not the facility, man. It's all about the actuality that like we're doing it.
We're doing
it. Man, it looks like I have huge legs, no? Okay.
I mean,
we can like maybe lift it up a little bit. I don't know. Maybe they don't need to see my knees.
The knees. Maybe it's a chest up sort of thing.
I love, man.
It's great knees.
Look at my tattoos.
You're advertising right now.
Oh, I'm so fuck. There's so much room.
No, look at all that bare.
It's horrible.
Is there anything you have things on the back of both?
Yeah, back of both. But
that's open real estate.
Oh my god, this is the problem with the cameras. When you look at the mirror, you just
straight on.
Yeah, so you're not like oh, so much skin.
But never
mind. I'm trying not to be wait, I'm gonna.
From like the knee.
Like here. So I don't have to show so much skin.
Is it crooked? It seems like it's. Let's pull the. We're doing it live. Yep, there we go.
Ooh. That's the focus. Great. Perfect. Now I won't be so conscious about my legs.
Yo,
you still see that?
Doing it. The podcast.
Why are we doing this? Man, we are two grown-up men, white, privileged men. It's like, why do we need this in our life? It's like, what is this all about? I'm trying to figure it out myself.
I think I was speaking to this last night to
figure out myself.
I think I was speaking to this last night to a friend, saying basically it's like doesn't matter if it's not really for an audience. It's for the when I've been sitting with you, I think, wow, this stuff I want to remember in a way that is, we're always recording and capturing something that at least it seems like, white privilege or not, that we have voices and experiences to share. Like, I just want to hear mainly about your stories. If you're interested in mine, I'm happy to share. But I think
your stories are boring as fuck.
Oh, I've been
to Coachella.
I've just been waiting.
Oh, look at me. Oh, I've seen so many live bands. Oh, but I changed everything just to come to this shitty place. It's like but
it can be boiled down to that.
Yeah, but do you think, or when you struggle, not suffer, when you struggle, then you feel like your happiness is more real, or like you feel like, oh, okay, so now I feel like I deserve to be at peace or happy, because man, here it's rough, you're back at home, they think they're happy, Is it something like this, or maybe just little small parts?
I mean, in the sense of just being in a different place, is that more along the lines, or are we saying, you know, when I just the overall sense of suffering, like,
No, of just like you know, when
because I can speak big and I can
no,
get
I'm
into
talking
the,
no, I'm talking about like in your day-to-day society, trying to
yeah.
survive. So like you can very like much quicker grow in your hometown, you know. I think like you can get a decent job, buy a nice
Ah,
like
ah,
much easier.
and
Nothing blowing at your neck like, oh, there's fucking like four times elections in a year, and people here, you know, having it a little bit hard and blah, whatever. It's like a small village or something.
I think it clicked when you put it in the perspective of, can you grow? You would think you'd be able to grow more in what you already know. You know, you have your connections, you have your network, all of your experiences are based in this area. The privileges that you had there, the shit that you went through in those areas.
Could you keep it a fist from your
A
face?
fist from my face.
Yeah.
We'll get the sound tech in here soon.
Okay.
Maybe I can just. No, this is.
Oh, because you taped it too. No,
Yeah.
just shove the microphone a little bit. I'm not breaking everybody's ears right now. I'm also the tech guy. Everything is falling apart here, kind of like my life. Man, are we in?
You know, that's why I was thinking is like, am I letting my life in a way fall apart by not going out and constructing it for myself? Because the one that was around me was very set per se. Okay, I've gone to school now. I'm gonna get a job, and now these are the people and the things that I associate with. I go to music festivals. This is what I do. This is life. And it's like
I can do whatever I want. I'm so safe. Like, yeah, everything is set up for me. I can, yeah, if I want to do music, like, oh, I'm in the greatest place to do music. Oh, if I want to do art, oh, I'm gonna, hey, if I want to make money, oh, yeah, everything is so set up. All the boundaries. Are you serious?
Well, so you hear that, and it's like the realization is the boundaries are just within your own mind, within me. I couldn't. With so much access, it's like, you know, here it is, take it. It's right in front of you, and saying all this sort of stuff right here. It's shiny, it's nice, but like, is it what I actually want?
So that goes back to my original question. So, did you feel like, oh, I need to go to somewhere where it's a little bit rougher, so I can feel like, okay, this is real, you know? Yes. And you think it's rougher here?
Yes.
What do you see? What do you see like rougher?
I would say that like the roughness is also just in the texture of things, in the sense that not everything is polished and necessarily wide open. There are per se boundaries and walls, and it's very apparent, you know, with as many cameras as I see and choose to like find. It's like I'm really being watched here in a way that I also didn't feel in America.
So
These are all things that even though I said I wanted to be in a different place, that kind of puts the pressure on. And for sure, Israel is that place where there's that it's woven into the fabric of the society, and the society that I was woven into is like, you have money, you work, and these are the things that you build and have and create without really doing a lot of the self work, with skipping all that, with just like, you know, just carry along.
And you think here people put more emphasis, like more focus on like, hey, what's going on with your personality? Or you think it just seems that the settings and the surroundings and the background just pushing people into like, you know, molding themselves differently?
it can be a bit of both. I think what sticks out is that it's less on the, oh, people have done more inner work here per se, or been allowed to do that, but purely by being at force with being in a warlike state, being in a sense of that you've had training, that you've had to defend, and in a sense that you're walking away saying, whoa, I like realize, what am I now in this world that expected so much of me in a brief window, in like a very formative time of life that is agreed upon the world. And that's taken and it's given something. And I think as someone who doesn't experience any of that, to then be around, like, I'm a people person, to just understand, or at least do my best to say, I don't understand, so I want to hear the stories, because the stories that I keep hearing in America is, yeah, like it's all here. You can do this, you can do that, but you're asking yourself, like, but are you like motivated? Is that a passion of yours? And I could find the people I was with that did find that, and I was really happy. For myself, I knew that there was a connection here that would just continue to be another catalyst. And throughout my whole life, I've experienced the deep painful moments that then made me appreciative to say, well, like, maybe not, and now I get to deserve to be happy, but well, I'm actually happy, or I'm actually moving in the ways that the and so if then I look back on the other people, let's say, that haven't done that and I'm here now, it's just from the sense that, I think people need to challenge themselves in their lives and actively seek a challenge, in that sense of, like, it's a sport, it's a art, it's this, but just those little scratches, if you don't scratch it and just think, by living the ways that other people are doing it for themselves, it's like,
You're scratching in different place,
Exactly.
not in the right place.
You're just an itchy person.
Yeah, you're just like it, like it.
So I
is it
hope that-
PCP, man?
Yes.
What is it laced? Where you got that shit?
And I would think it's something that I feel like frequently I'm asked a lot, because why am I here? And I think that that's something, you've seen the world, you would say, why do you choose to come and live here? You now have developed something that you could take somewhere else. And
yeah, but so I have my reasons, but it could be reasons, it could be excuses. So first of all, like I'm trying to think, like, where should I start? So first of all, when you, at least through my eyes and how I've been grew up and raised, so we just passed Yom HaShoah, yeah, Yom HaZikaron HaShoah. So,
which for our viewers is very quickly,
it's the National Reminder Day of grief for the casualties. Oh, Bacon, hello. And Jews that have Jews, I think, just people that have died in the Nazi killing machine, in the you say freeing, or how do you say setting free the camps, liberating the camps. Yeah, so both of my my grandparents, both of my grandparents are coming from Europe. So my parents from my mom's side, they had it easier. They're from Romania. But Bacon, you want to come? You want to say hello? Who is that? Bye.
She's like, where's my
mic? You want your mic? Bye.
Yeah, Bacon mic.
Bacon mic. Yeah, just wait. I can give Bacon mic. Okay, so, and the grandparents from my father's side, where they had it pretty bad, let's say, yeah. So So that's like one thing. So the roots are already like, oh, you're you're Jewish. We are being, you don't have a safe place in the world and stuff. So you grow up with this, and then you grow up with like, oh, you're Israeli, and everybody wants to kill you and your family and your friends, and you gotta go and defend. So I went and did my duties. So you're already like super invested in the whole narrative of your identity. So, and my parents, there's no way that they're moving from here. We're a small family. My sister is already living in the United States. It's like, so am I leaving my parents here in Israel like by themselves? So it's all these kind of stuff like combined. And one other thing is, it's like I'm tattooing here for like 7-8 years straight.
Mm.
To start somewhere else with like nobody knows you, you have no clientele. That's a word, clientele. Clientele. Yeah. Oh, okay. Ooh, skirt, skirt.
Got this deep vocabulary.
Ooh, man, fucking Marshall Mathers ain't got shit on me. So I remember the first time there was a real shock when I went to guest spot at a new country, and here, thank God, like my diaries, like my schedule is booked, and I got enough things going on that I don't really have to actively look for clients, for jobs. And I was traveling with another friend who is a German tattoo artist, and since he's in Europe and he's been traveling around this, so his name is like way bigger. Maybe he's even better than me, and that's why his name bigger. That's not the issue. But the thing is, like, he was more known, and people would travel from Germany to wherever we were to get tattooed by him. And I was like just doing nothing, man. I was just like, this is awful. Thinking like, man, if I was back home, I would, work, tattoo, do my thing. People would.
You were in the shadow of this,
Also, I didn't have any work, and he had a lot of work, and people coming from from his home.
And where were you? Like,
we were in Amsterdam.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and since I didn't have any clients, so all the other tattoo artists looked like, okay, so he's nobody, and but this guy, man, people is bringing work to. So yeah, it was a very ego thing. That wasn't so. It was very enlightening. Enlightening. Yeah. But I woke. I got woke. I got slapped by reality's dick in the face, which is good. It's good. It was humbling. It's good. So when I got home, I was like very much more appreciative of like what I have. So if you combine all this stuff, like I admire you that you can just leave everything behind and go like, it's not I'm just going to check out ways. I'm doing fucking aliyah. What does it even mean? How does it go? Aliyah. Ata oleh.
You just say
You say
in the synagogue. You go, Ani,
take my soul.
I'm ready for the aliyah.
Cut my penis to pieces. This is my aliyah.
But he didn't say cut this. He said cut the zayt.
Cut the zayt.
This is a mix-up.
Okay.
So it really wasn't like, yo, this is what I'm gonna do. Like, it was kind of like, people do that, and that's kind of like shugim, like people that are like.
Did you know anybody who did it already? Who was like, yo, bro, I get so much Israeli ass here, it's crazy.
I'll tell you what there were a few moments that did give me that inspiration of the
Checking out the Tel Avivian
the
girls.
Tel Avivian. It was uh, in wow, like an easy process in terms when you think about immigration. Like when I hear about stories of people for America and I mean virtually anywhere else, maybe Australia excluded, but for Israel and how there's a website, there's a checklist, there's someone
Yeah, there's a whole brainwash
you
machine.
know, and looking at that is something that I tell you where it did stem from,
Man, I
which
wish somebody
was
would try to seduce me to get anywhere.
which
Could
was
be even Yemen.
the seduction. I think is the way, like the way that I experience Israelis in the world and myself in Israel, which is, I'm experiencing that I want to live and move somewhere else just so I can breathe outside of this place. I've traveled the world, but I've never had another place where I said, no, I actually live here. I'm not a visitor or a long stay, or maybe I'll stay, maybe I won't. Like I needed to cannonball into a country. It was either between Israel or Germany,
Oh.
like tachlis. And this was something that it was, what was it motivated on? It was like, okay, I don't know what that passion thing that lights me up. So many things do. But I know doing a second degree is something like, academia, learning stuff. It's not the infrastructure that attracts me. It's just the people, the vibe. And it's like, I know at the end of it, I'm coming out with a paper saying, look at me. But at the same time, I said I want to be in a place where people do push themselves, and I think that I'm lucky to say like that's what I want to just attract. It doesn't always happen, but I'm just saying like I needed to put myself where other people were also being pushed, and a lot of people come to Israel to not only feel at home or to feel a sense of deeper community, because that's maybe something that you've always grown up with is something that I didn't, which is in religious affiliation. Like I didn't know what being Jewish was
But I
until
hated the whole idea of being Jewish. I hated the idea that they chose for me.
that.
Yeah, no, it was always weird for me that people told me, but this is your heritage, this is your lineage, this is, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? My lineage is like I was born here. I ate some ants here, and I was traveling around everything. The show. It's like this is my.
Yeah, I don't want to put it on a scale of like it's better or anything. I think it's more along the lines of this is a different paradigm that exists, and it's like it's pretty the fact of how the scrutinizing of Israel, it seems like such a bigger place than it actually is when you're
Because
not here.
because of all the news
And that's something that I feel like for many, until I started maybe going to school and being around other people that questioned the things that were around them, realizing all this news that I read is a forceful lens that's being like, this is what we want you to see. Only you're going to be able to know for certain per se is if you try to go and figure out something for yourself. And many times, uh, myself included, is just getting lost in what you think you should be doing, and knowing, I'm like, man, going to Israel is like on the steering wheel, yanking hard right on the freeway, and being like, I'm gonna drift, and like, yeah, there's like a safety net of family of in different places, but I'm like, I wanted to feel like an individual, and so I had a lot of uh, responsibilities that, in a way, I put on myself. I think just, after my father passing at a younger age and 16, that it was like that was something that, I didn't choose to then take on the responsibilities that I was then in. It was just I was living that. And so at a certain point, um, that I wanted to feel as though that I wanted to do it with no bumpers, you know, no guardrails. I wanted to go into something that was, yeah, like
Unknown.
unknown, unknown.
Yeah, I think that's maybe like when we said, you were living at the land of opportunities. So I guess like there's thing one thing that it couldn't uh like give you, which is what Israel is. And you were like, oh, I see what you got on the buffet. I want what's under the counter, please.
I want to get
Yeah.
that special sauce.
Yeah, I see everybody around this buffet. Everybody's having the same stuff, but hey, this guy is having a sandwich in the back alley. I'm gonna check it out. Let's investigate.
Let's investigate.
Yeah.
Like I'm the type. I was the type. Of
You're
kid-
happy? You're happy you went on investigating?
Oh, so happy.
Oh.
So happy. Like in a way that it's very humbling into how satisfied I am, because it's still like, hey, like if I don't like it after a year or something like that, like I can. It's okay. You know, many people were giving me like it's okay to sort of come back and on that, and I'm like, that hasn't even been a glimpse.
There wasn't even an opportunity, like a thought.
Yeah,
there.
I thought, you know, that a bubble, the dust in the wind, and just, you know, to feel like the investment was worth it. That stepping into the void was like, wow, like I could still be in free fall, for all I know, even from birth till death per se.
Yeah.
But here I am saying
You are always safe in the mind of the all.
and I think that's it's an appreciative piece, because I felt like, if I don't take a step in a change, like my spiritual complex was suffering. It was like you're not doing something and you don't have. It's not like I was in an instrument like friends of mine, or that I had a startup like a few friends of mine, but it was like, okay, like if what I have is a real connection with myself, listen to that voice, throw yourself into some unknown, because like the Garden of Eden is so nice until you're like, oh, there's something else to eat. Let's just do it.
It's like, oh, let's get some diarrheas.
And sometimes you're eating that spicy food. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat it again.
while having flames coming out of your butthole.
So I think that for you, it's like, would you say that, given that's kind of my question, is given the opportunity, would you just say, like, instead of moving to this new place, in a sense closer to the family unit, would you see what your sister did of saying, like, America does have more access, not as much.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if it's coming out of like being afraid or really caring for my parents. So it's like both of, like, I know when I grew up, like my father kept on, and I'm talking to him about it, was like, I asked him, like, what is your biggest fear of me becoming? It's like, is a criminal, gay, whatever. And just like went, the worst thing would be like you moving out of Israel, like going away from the family. Sorry. So like that's something that got burned in my mind, and we are very close. Yeah. So, and I see how much they miss my sister. I see how much it is like they are very happy for her, but it's hard to disguise. Yeah, you saw that who's doing it, and it's like it wasn't just for you.
No, I know.
This is how it goes, and it's like I'm waiting for the kiddush, and it's like wait, but Heli asked for it. It's like, who gives a fuck?
The bond is strong.
Yeah, it's like she loves, like my parents love her so much. So for me, bacon, sorry. So for me to also move away, like I don't have the heart to do it. And it's kind of it's weird saying it, but I'm gonna say it because it's stuff that I'm thinking about all the time. Like I know that I will truly be free when my parents will be gone. And in a way, kind of like, huh, it's gonna be interesting. Because then I'm not gonna have my excuses.
I I want to speak to that.
Yeah.
But
No, it's pretty much I the thing is it's like when I was in India when I just started tattooing. So the my friend that I got connected with really strong, he was older than me. He was like 40 something. I was 27, and he didn't have parents, and he told me that like when he's like since an early age, when like 14 something like this, him and his sister they were so free because they didn't have any parents, so they didn't have any anchor for better or worse. So for better or worse, when my parents will be gone, and it's something that is very likely to happen because it's nature's way. I mean, like I try to go before.
I was like, unless they get uploaded to the cloud.
No, unless like their son is pulling another prank. So like that's really when freedom will hit my face. Because
and the excuses melt away.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna be confronted with, so who was holding you back? Yeah. So right now I'm kind of leaning on like, yeah, it's not that I'm holding it against them or anything, but if I'm thinking of like, uh, what is holding me from traveling around.
That's a lot of
Oh, and also Corona, but yeah.
Yeah, I think
No, but I'm talking about as
it's a lot of like power that your parents hold in your life, that bond to say that that physical distance is key, because
it's a thing. It's a thing, and also it's, what can I say?
it's an anchor.
I think that history, books, novels, art, they all speak about, family, how important it is, and how when and this is something that I've already experienced. Oh, it's my mom calling.
Wow. What a beautiful way to...
היי מוש.
Nice little man.
אני האמת היא בדיוק בפודקאסט, אני משדר. בדיוק דיברתי.
איזה שומעת?
שאני בדיוק בפודקאסט ואני משדר.
אוקיי.
כן, ובדיוק דיברתי עליכם, על המשפחה, ואז צלצלת.
מה טוב? אז הרגשת אותי ואני הרגשתי אותך.
או.
מקווה שלא שמעו אותי בשידור.
לא, שומעים, בדיוק, לא, קירבתי אותך למיקרופון בדיוק.
חמוד שלי, אז שתתפנה תתקשר, הכל בסדר.
אוקיי, מעולה, דש לאבוש.
אני יכולה לשמוע אותך באיזשהו מקום?
כן, אני אשלח לך לינק.
טוב.
ביי.
ביי.
The cutest, I told you.
Wow.
Yeah, so wait.
This is
I'm gonna just...
spooky action at a distance.
Yeah, ESP, no, SP, what is spooky, whatever, yeah. But it's quantum entanglement.
Yeah, quantum entanglement.
Yeah.
Like, that's, so if I can drop in and start to say, is that I think a big motivator for me was the fact that, my dad passing, and in my mom and I, and the bond that we created throughout that time was, I don't know how she did it, but she is an angel, and how she held it all together. Like, now being able to be an adult and reflect back on what she was able to do and capable of doing, and still like she was always in the unknown in those stages, you know, raising me, also having like a daughter and like life, and also not being married to him. So all these things, like these are things that I experienced, and knowing that my dad's not, you know, physically here in my life to have that, whereas I have this connection with my mom. She actually did move 2 hours away in California. She moved north to San Luis Obispo, which was like she also needed that for herself. So I like what like the connection between parents passing. She had that for her mom, for my grandma, who was lived, you know, the last part of her life, but you know, up to 99, my mom was there for, you know, the last 10 years of her life, almost like every other day, something like that. Like for her, she was there. She was there. And so, and then my mom did this trip, and then she came back, and then, and my mom still lived within San Diego, but we still had this, you know, it's not the Tel Aviv, your family is always 20, 30 minutes. This was like still an hour away. So even in this time, it's like now I'm thinking it's just where can I still put my time where I still feel like that I can be connected with my family, which is like I do have family here. And so I think that's another connection, and just making these ties that say, you know, because I think I really think the deepest connection is the, you know, the sense that like my mom is still in San Diego. So that is something that it's like that was the absolute hardest thing to move away from, let's say.
And your sister, where is she?
She's also in San Diego.
So she's close to your mom.
She's close to my mom.
So it's different. Let's say
Mhm.
also your sister was away and you were like, oh, I'm leaving my mom here all by herself. If anything happens, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So now, well, you did smart because now your sister can't do it, or she's a douchebag.
I don't think she's.
Yeah, she doesn't give a fuck.
She's not aiming to do it, and
No, she did. Okay, so but anyway, it's like, let's say if she was like to say, oh, I'm going to be an actor to New York. I'm going to the circus, and she hopped on her unicycle, and
no,
you looked at it and say like, man, she's got some skills.
Like in a sense, it's almost like I feel like I could tell my mom to do Aliyah. I've already.
Yeah, but I'm always trying to tell my parents, let's move away, because if yeah,
okay,
yeah, I'm trying. I'm always listen. Every time that something shady is going on with the government, I'm like telling them, hey, do you have like a limit to when it's too, like, when do we need to run away?
Australia, let's go.
Switzerland,
yeah,
Zurich.
It's gonna get cold up there.
And then we can snowboard. Listen, and we can downhill, snowboard, tattoo, do acid, go to festivals, art, UFOs, channeling,
wow,
Nazis, everything you need, gold.
It's all there.
Yes,
Have you been?
yes, twice. Yeah,
Okay, so
I tattooed there also.
Where are we talking? Basel?
No, Zurich. Yeah,
just Zurich.
This is the base.
It's the place where it's the mountains in the lake. It's Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, it's great. It's beautiful.
It's
beautiful. It's beautiful. Amazing roads.
I took a train.
Amazing roads to do downhill.
Wow. Zurich, dude.
I have a friend there.
Dude.
He can rent us an apartment, like his family. So that was the plan before the corona, like at least to move a couple of months.
Really?
Yeah.
Switzerland.
Zurich, baby.
Well, I tell you what, after October, you're free to move anywhere.
After October. On October, the plan is me going to Texas.
Oh.
Just to put it in your mind.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, man. Like,
October.
I'll be 36. Gotta celebrate big time.
Is the plan to have the birthday there?
It doesn't matter, you know. For me, it's like the month. Yeah.
So, cool. Well, look, Switzerland tomorrow, Texas in October.
Yeah, and downhill on Saturday.
Yes, sir.
So next weekend we're gonna do the camp.
Next weekend.
Next weekend.
Next weekend.
Next weekend is the camp. We do
More north than Korea.
no, we're gonna do in Machtesh Ramon.
Oh, we're gonna go
Yeah,
there. Okay.
yeah.
I didn't miss
So it will be easier to the new people
it. Okay.
because it's you saw the run. It's yeah, and if we do it, in
So, I felt.
yeah, well, it's nothing
Yeah. No. It's a good.
compared to what happened to you in Poria. Yeah.
No, you gotta have.
No, let's say Poria or Machtesh Ramon. What is more friendly? Machtesh Ramon. Yeah.
Is there that many new people, or are we just saying that and it's gonna be the usual suspects?
It's gonna be the usual suspects, but it's gonna be like a bigger pack, and I think the people from Fat Zohar.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll see. And it's gonna be a camp, and we're gonna hold hands and watch the stars, my lord.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I think this is it for today.
Yep.
Yes.
I think this is a good place. This was
Put some music.
good meeting of the minds to play us out, to flag us out. Yeah. Oh, by the way, bacon's ready. Bake. The bacon mic. Bacon bake.
I broke the law in Madrid, and I do it again. I got a bitch in every city that I ever been.
Good stuff, brother.
We went through something for the sadness.
So, how do we like maybe save it and stuff?
I got 2 million nothing tracks, they gon' sell this. So this always for the kids, they don't miss that shit. But whether I can give a